new ideas on culling idea that I've been playing around with, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's jump into it. We have the cards shuffled and cut, and then we have a spectator name any four of a kind they like. It'd be jacks, sevens, fours, aces, kings, whatever they want. So let's say they name, let's say the four queens. So we go spread through, and we see the first queen, queen of spades. Lovely. The classic one. The second one would be the queen of diamonds. In this case, many have said it's usually referred to as women's best friend. I still don't understand why. Queen of hearts, de corazón, right there. That's number 3. And then queen of clubs, the last one right there. All throughout the pack, you can see nothing near the top. I want to be extra fair the whole way through. Okay? And so I ask them their favorite of the 4, whichever their favorite is in that case. And let's say they name of all the choices, they say the queen of hearts. So I say, you sure not the queen of clubs, not the queen of spades, not the queen of diamonds, but you really want that queen of hearts? Let me see if I got it. Oh yes, we got it right here. Your lovely queen of hearts. And that is the idea behind a little idea for culling, as well as just a simple little production that I call And It's Gone from the pack, which they can examine, and you could spread it out throughout. They could see, check all throughout, no queens are there, and it's just fun. So let's jump right into the idea of this. It could really be any 4 of a kind, doesn't have to be queens, it could really be anything. And it's an impromptu idea where it starts from a shuffled pack. Thank you, Kotsia Kimlot, for your renovations and making the cull a lot better with your Roadrunner cull. Awesome, awesome DVD. Not sponsored, but definitely check it out. Okay, so we got the cards shuffled up. And the spectator can even shuffle, doesn't matter. And then they name any 4 of a kind they like. So you have to know culling to be able to do this. Again, if you don't know how to cull, get Roadrunner Cull by Kotsia Kimlot. He describes the cull perfectly to a T. That's how I learned it. So let's say they name the aces, okay? So we spread throughout. So we go for ace of diamonds. And in this case, you have to remember the order of the aces. This is actually important for the effect. There's only 4 cards you have to just spades, clubs, hearts, diamonds, or whatever comes up. So in this case, it's diamonds first, as I cull it, then hearts, and I'm casually naming them as I'm remembering them. So diamonds, hearts. Then there comes the third one. I'm looking around. Spades. Awesome, as I'm making casual comments. And then finally, ace of clubs. I notice it's near the top, and I try to make it fair with the spectators by taking the ace and going out of my way to place it lower in the pack under the context of being more fair, which is seemingly fair, but then I just cull it so it makes it so devilishly funny. So I say, I want to make it extra fair. But I place it down here. Everyone agrees. They're like nodding. Yeah, that sounds pretty fair. Nothing near the top. Nothing near the top. Okay, there's no way you can cheat. And I've already culled all 4 at the back. So I remember it being diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs. Let's see if I got it correct. Diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs. Correct. And then from this point, I would casually mention to them, only at this point would I mention, what would be your favorite 4 of a kind? So what would be your favorite of the 4? And as I'm doing that, I'm spreading out 4 cards casually, in jogging towards myself, the 4th ace, and then casually spreading off the deck haphazardly so it looks like a giant mess. So we got a out-jogged 4th ace, and we got it right there. Now remember, it's diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs in this context. So we want to remember, as we're pulling out the aces later, we want to remember where it's coming from. So from the face, it's diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs, just in context. So I say, they mention their favorite. Let's say it's hearts. I'm like, you know, I'm gesturing to them, showing an empty palm, empty hand. Which would be your favorite? Casually, don't make a big deal about it. Just go. Which would you say is your favorite? 4 after I've done the gesture, and they name their card. Really? And you can even inquire them further. Is there a reason? Whichever. Not really important to do that, but just that's interesting. You could affirm it, whatever you feel is right for the context of the performance. And as I'm affirming it to them, I'm actually going over and palming the 4 aces. I discussed palming briefly in another video, but this is with 4, so it makes it a little more interesting. Hand comes over, and I just use my ring finger to shove those cards in, and then the fingers grip deck right here. So again, this is covered in Gene Hugard and Fred Browie, an expert card technique. Hand comes over to shade it from above. You just use your thumb and second finger to kind of swivel it out a bit, so it makes it a bit easier. You do this with shade. You won't want to. I'm flashing right now purposefully. You wouldn't want to do it, so just maybe even just a little bit off. So you only start the move when there's no heat on you. Come over. I just maybe swivel a little, and then mostly it's just the ring finger just pushing those aces in there. Hand grips the deck. This allows you to show your other hand empty. So you show basically both hands empty, that everything's above board. You toss the deck over to your hand, and then you go to the pocket. Now in this case, they named the Ace of Hearts. Now I'm going to take it out just for a second so you can see. You can see that it's second from here. So I could go all around and pull out every other ace except that 1 second from the face. So I could say, you sure you don't want that Ace of Diamonds? And then you go, no, wait, what? You sure you don't want that Ace of Clubs? Not the Ace of Spades either. That's a classic one. You really want that Ace of Hearts? I wonder if I have it. Oh, yes. That Ace of Hearts. And then from there, you can nudge the deck towards them. They can examine the entire pack of cards, seeing it's vanished from there. You can just spread it out if you want, and they can look all throughout and see the aces aren't there. And it creates a very odd, magical effect where the aces literally have vanished from the pack, seemingly, and jump to your pocket, which is quite amazing. I think it's just wonderful. And so I hope you enjoyed this. This is called And It's Gone, inspired by South Park, that one clip. It's a great YouTube clip. Hope you enjoyed this magical little effect and this explanation. Wishing you a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.